getting through, I'll start the net.
You sounded good, Chris.
You're coming in clear there, W6CRP. Thank you, Carlos. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live from the hills and valleys of the Bay Area and the mountains of the Pacific Northwest, reaching worldwide, broadcasting on 2 meter, bridging digital and streaming on YouTube. And now, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. It's time for our main event, presenting the undefeated, undisputed, and reigning greatest amateur radio anti-net in the world, 2 meter crew anti-net. Hey, the 2 meter crew is not an actual club. We're just a bunch of hams learning together, sharing, and enjoying all things ham related. No dues, fees, or forms. To be part of the community, all you have to do is participate. Crew.net, new website. Get that again, 2metercrew.net. That's the numeral 2metercrew.net. No, of course, 2MC on Facebook. The 2 meter crew every Wednesday at 7 p.m. This is an open anti-net, and everyone is welcome. Feel free to join in. We've made it easy. The anti-net streams live on YouTube. You can find us on the most popular amateur radio YouTube channel in the nation, and that's Jack. Of course, you can tune in on the infamous repeater W6VVR at a frequency of 145.470 with a negative 600 kilohertz offset, using a PL of 127.3. You can catch us on Echolink at W6VVR-R or WG5EEK-L. We've got an all-star node, 51094, DMR talk group 314-996, and YSF reflector 24033. If you're into fusion, be sure to go catch us on the Coco Fusion Network through any one of our 5 digital fusion repeaters or our YSF reflector at 80280. Details can always be found on the ContraCostaFusion.net webpage. And no spaces, ContraCostaFusion.net.
.network.
Ourselves lucky support from the owners and supporters of the W6VVR repeater and the Vaca Valley Radio Club. The W6VVR repeater is available to everyone when we're not holding the best anti-net on the planet. All the digital modes remain connected. So tune in, and more importantly, when you're tuned in, press that push-to-talk button. Anyone can join the Vaca Valley Radio Club. Head on over to W6VVR.net for more information. W6VVR.net for information on the Vaca Valley Radio Club. I want to remind everyone that in a case of emergency, we're going to have to clear off the way emergency communications can take place. Now, we have had some extreme weather in the area, so it is possible that certain nets could get activated using this repeater. Simply give us a break. We'll alert the anti-net control, and you'll have us clear the air so you can get on with your emergency traffic. So what's better than participating while we're on the air? Well, I'll tell you. For some serious ham shenanigans. At the end of this on-air broadcast, we're going to be posting a Zoom link in the chat on the West Ham Shack on YouTube. A little later, you grab that, you jump on with us, and you can be on Zoom with us. Now, I know many of you get concerned about security using services like Zoom, and I can only share that in the decades of experience we have using Zoom, we've had no alien abductions, and only 2 hams have been sold into broadcast radio service on the darknet. So I guarantee you'll have some fun if you join us after we are broadcast. I'm going to start with a and then I'll follow on with one that's maybe not so sad, because I don't want to go with a sour note on things. But on this day, January 27th of 1967, astronauts Gus Grissom, Edward White, and Roger Chaffee are killed in a fire at the Kennedy Space Center. After the fire, the spacecraft and planned launch, which never took place, was posthumously named Apollo 1 in the astronauts' honor. On January 27th in 2010, Apple introduced the iPad. It's not all that long ago, I guess. The introduction of the iPad triggered the close of the PC down in history as one of the pivotal points in computing history. Tonight, we're going to do some check-ins to see who's out there on all modes. So everybody get ready, get your PTT warmed up. We're going to make you use it tonight. Then we're going to move on, and we're going to have the Tony Hawk of ham radio, W6AEF, give us a little update on the new 2-meter crew webpage, and finally some world-famous N6 CMB. So again, we want you guys to interact. Hopefully you can answer some of these killer trivia questions. So without further ado, we'll move into check-ins. We'll start with anybody who's coming into the W6 VVR the good old-fashioned way on a ham radio, 2-meter style, or maybe to the 440 linked up. If you're coming in on RF, please check in now. Just say hello. Let us know you made it safely, and let us know someone actually listens to this.
Okay, checking in.
Is that the hook? Okay.
Great time, out of weather last night, but the antenna stood up.
Well, that's good to hear. You've been traveling up north much, or you've been sticking down in the Bay Area?
Yeah, and the weather was bad up there. I plowed through 8 inches of snow just to get out.
Boy, sounds like a time to stay down south if it's getting that deep up there. Okay, it's good to hear from you, Colonel. Always a pleasure to have you checking in. Who's next?
Cam 6 ETD Dale in Vacaville.
Do it a little bit there, so I missed your call. It was a quickie. Go ahead again from Vacaville.
ETD Dale in Vacaville.
Dale, how'd you guys make out over there in Vacaville through the big storm?
It was kind of horrific. My patio chair blew over, and there's some leaves in the yard. Besides that, we're coping.
Yeah, that's the way the rest of the world looks at California when we complain about one of these big storms. All right, glad you made it through well, Dale, and thanks for checking in tonight. Who's next?
This is Nick of the group. From you know where?
It's Michael from Carmichael. How are you, young man? What are you up to in the world of ham radio, or what excited you about your
section of the fence that is on the dental complex IBR house is down. My son tried to put a tarp to cover that hole tonight, but we'll try it again tomorrow. It's just getting crazy outside, but doing all right. Otherwise, my little antenna on the chimney survived the wind, so it passed the test. So back to you guys, and hopefully not too much damage with our fellow hams. Good evening from Can 6BXX.
Always good to hear from you, Michael. Who's next out there?
Good evening, Chris from the group. This is Dan, Kilo Foxtrot 6, Hotel in Woodland, California.
Triple H. Haven't heard from you in a while, and that may be because I haven't been around. How you been, and what's new in your ham world?
Okay, I missed last week. I've been fighting, I don't know if it's allergies or just so miserable I couldn't even sit in the chair and talk. Not much new in the ham world. Made it through the storm okay. We had the 10-7 net last night, and a couple of members were running on battery power because they had nothing else. But they got power back later in the evening, and everything seemed to be okay.
10-7 net, a new net, or one that's been around for a long time? I've heard about that net, and I probably should try to get out and participate. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
It's the 10-7 net, so it's on 10 meters at 7 p.m. on every Tuesday night. It's on 28.405.00. It's just a local net in Woodland. We have a morning crew that meets on the bark repeater, and they try to setting up a nighttime HF net. And for the most part, we just get people in Woodland. We've tried to get people from surrounding areas, but Nobody can seem to get in. Well, yeah, Tuesday on 28405.
Fantastic. I'm going to try to make it a point to get on there and see if I can't bust in. All right. Who else do we got out there on RF tonight? Well, I got a pretty rough copy there, mostly static. I'm going to try one more time. Go ahead, station, try again. Well, I don't know who's get any of that. We'll give you a chance to work on whatever it is you're trying to come in on, and see if anybody else is on RF looking to check in tonight. A 2-meter crew anti-net, W6 VVR repeater. This is N6 CMB Chris and Clayton.
The Tri-Fill, KM6 ULG, Vacaville.
Hey, what's happening, my friend? How are you tonight? What's going on in your ham world? Did you survive the killer storms?
Yeah, we, like everybody else, windy. Had a couple of little pop-ups, took them down ahead of time. Everything's okay. Nothing else. Back to the net.
Checking in, appreciate it. Yeah, I ended up taking down a temporary pole I had up that I had a couple of a wire running up to, and I think it probably would have been fine, but still felt good to have it on the ground when it was really below it last night. Who else we got out checking in on our...
9G, and we're...
Got the beginning of that call. It was a W followed by something. Come again.
WC 9G, Indianapolis.
WC9G, I think I got, and Indianapolis. So I'm guessing you're not hitting us directly up on the bounce back repeater. How are you checking in tonight? What mode are you coming in on? And yeah, let us know what's going on with you.
Coming in through our UHF to a repeater about 25 miles away on a really high tower. I'm using an FT3DR, so that's why my copy's probably low. But I appreciate this is my first time on it.
Yeah, you're sounding good, making the connection there, and appreciate you checking in from so far away. I'm going to go ahead and make a break. We'll come back to those that are getting in on the VVR. Looking for, I don't know, let's go for All-Star, guys. All-Star link. Who's out there looking to check in who's on All-Star tonight?
W6POT.
Wow, for a second there, I thought nobody was going to represent All-Star. Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, good evening, everyone. And this is John here in Tracy, W6POT. And just checking in on the All-Star since got my 2-meter antenna put down from the wind last night. And gonna wait on some parts for the HF antenna, get that back together and up in the air, but might build the backup dipole in the meantime. Other than that, we did okay in the wind last night. So I hope everyone has a good night. W6POT.
W6POT, thanks for checking in. Anybody else coming in on All-Star tonight?
CRP, did you call for All-Stars?
Well, kind of, sort of, Carlos. You know, you are an All-Star, so how are you getting in tonight? You coming in through the VVR, or what do you got cooking?
Being a smart aleck, that's normal. Yeah, I'm having a little bit of connectivity issues on the Zoom there, and also I'm here on RF, listening in, enjoying it. And let you get back to the show. Whiskey 6 CRP.
Carlos, you got a down. Did you guys have any weather up there? Your cabin? I was halfway thinking about sneaking away, and it's beautiful up there when it storms a bit. But the storm seemed a little big. My back's been a little sore, and I didn't want to be shoveling, so we stayed down. But I've got cameras up there, and it's about 1.5 feet now, and that's at 4,000 feet in Arnold. So 1.5 feet of snow is a pretty good drop for one night. I don't know what they're going to end up with after this week of storms. Yeah, they'll be getting more for sure. For those of us local here, if you check out some of the cameras on the top of Mount Diablo, you would have seen that they got some snow overnight. Looks like most of it melted today when the temperatures are back up, but always kind of neat to see a little snow up on the Devil's Hill there. All right, I'm going to switch it around a little bit. DMR. How about our DMR folks? Anybody checking in from DMR tonight? Sounded like someone was trying to get in. Let's give them another chance. I'm going to leave a break. Anyone on DMR?
Kilo EVH.
It was a suffix of GVH. I think I got you coming in there. N6CMB on the W6 VVR 2-meter crew anti-net. Go ahead, let us know what's going on in your ham world.
Jim and Tracy, on All-Star, I wanted to jump in before you finish up with the All-Star. My fellow ham W6POT, John, just checked in a minute ago, and I think, John, aren't you supposed to be at work? Yeah, we survived well. A lot of branches in the roads and stuff like that, but nothing major, no power outages, and just enjoying the internet, and thanks for allowing the check-in, Jim. And clear.
Hey, Jim, good to hear you. And I can't ever forget the Eddie Van Halen that you throw on there. I love that. I heard you somewhere else recently. I don't know if we were on another net or just on a repeater together, but good to hear you again out here on the anti-net. Thanks for joining us. And All-Star, of course, is still open. Looking for DMR seemed kind of quiet, so let's go over to Fusion. I know there's some Fusion booked up.
We'll say hello to all the crew.
Hey, thanks for checking in. Your audio's a little low, which with the crazy digital connections we have, that's no surprise. What about you? Anything exciting in your ham world? If I got it right, it's KM6QLB.
It's been pretty windy, but everything's been tied down. Just wanted to say hello to the crew.
Excellent. Great having you out here. Let's go again for Fusion. Who's jumping in on Fusion tonight?
86 KAW.
6 UNF.
Guys, 6 UNF, that's Sal in Pittsburgh. N6CMB, Chris here on the 2-meter crew anti-net, W6VVR. Go ahead, Sal. What's new in your ham world, brother?
1, 2, 3.
UNF, Sal here in Pittsburgh.
51.
KI6 UNF, Sal. Yeah, we got you. You hearing us back? Just checking to see what's going on in your ham world.
Something. I didn't hear you back there for a second. But I hear you now. Yeah. KI6 UNF. Antennas are still standing. The unguided antennas are still standing. I must have a good job of putting up, I guess. So they're still up, still on the air. Hope everyone's well. KI6 UNF, Sal here in Pittsburgh.
to hear, Sal. So those big 11 elements of 2-meter fury managed the storm okay.
The 10 elements of fury is still standing on watts in direction at any time, and the HF antenna is up as well.
Thank you, Sal. I'm going to get Bobby in here because he's been off the 3-3 so long. I guess he's a little slow on the trigger. So we've got to give Bobby a big open space so he can come in. 86 KWV, Bobby Lee.
I was actually quick on the trigger. I thought I had my side muted over here. Let me just turn this down. I have to turn the volume off on this thing altogether for real quick. Give me just a quick nod, Chris, if you can hear me. Okay, without it. Cool, I turned my YouTube, but I guess the speaker from, I forgot about that, so sorry about that. But good to see you all, and good to hear everybody as well. It's kind of funny, you know, for some reason today, when I jumped into Zoom, it did this weird, you know, kind of a small screen thing. So I'm looking at it and see, alright, Chris, Greg, and Tim. And I'm like, oh. You know, and I'm like, God, usually we have a lot more people here. I see this little thing in the corner, and I'm like, what the hell is that? And I stretch down, and I'm all, oh, look, there's Mark and Justin and Aaron. So I just kind of found that a little funny. Modern technology gets the best of me all the time. But yeah, it's good to hear everybody, and I was having a little bit of some issues, but more operator-owned. So sorry for the feedback. But, anything to add here would probably be that that bug-out box that I'm working on is at about 95 percentile. I probably will have it complete by tomorrow. It's been one heck of a fun trip, man, and ironically, Chris, the picture that you sent me, it just was almost exact. It was almost the same configuration as what I just built, and I was just sitting there going, son of a gun, is that just a trip? I don't do research or look for anybody else's work. I just kind of dream stuff up and throw it together out of being bored. But this build is pretty epic and just very clean, very reliable. I upgraded some of the things that I've done from the original boxes, like using relays to switch the battery power instead of switch, even though it's a high amperage switch. Let's practice. So now using a nice relay has been low power and transferring high power. Let me reset real quick. With this it's kind of unique because the way I designed it, it's going to host her iPad. It will carry her iPad stored inside the box in a custom pocket down in the radio bank down there. And lo and behold, it's going to carry her laptop in the top. I've pulled out, picking out two birds with one stone. But it's very clean. One of my favorite builds. Everyone has its own different personal taste, and this thing has been for that. Really, it's just good to hear and see everybody. 86 KWV, California IA.
Well, thanks, Bobby. We'll definitely, if you can pull that thing out of Sandy's hands for a little while, we'd love to get it featured here one night on the Anti-Net when we can give it the time that it deserves. So, yeah, that thing looks great. I've been hearing about it. Can't wait to put my hands on it and see what it can do. For those of you who might not be aware, I think a lot of people know Bobby. Bobby specializes in putting together some pretty fantastic to-go boxes. They're all highly customized, and this is yet another one of the fine pieces of work that he does. All right, I'm going to move on and see who we've got checking in now. I don't want to forget about EchoLink. Those EchoLink guys out there, I know we've got some, so let's see if anybody's on EchoLink who wants to check in tonight. Wow, I think if the audio was quieter on Fusion, that's something we got to look at. I could not make out who was coming through on EchoLink there. It just sounded very faint. Did any of you guys manage to pick it out?
I didn't get it. Let's call him out again. I'll crank up the volume.
Whiskey Hotel, November, Southern California.
Hey, SoCal. Sound great. Go ahead. What's going on in your ham world? Thanks for joining us all the way from SoCal.
Not much. Got off a little bit early tonight, so thought I'd be able to check in and say hi, and for having this Anti-Net.
Is this Brandon?
Yeah, it's Brandon. I've been for a little bit, but good to hear you guys and see that you guys are out there doing it. Coming through the Geeks Node, and I was listening to you guys while I was driving home. Glad I made it home in time to be able to check in.
Hey, Brandon. Great having you here. I hope you might consider jumping on the Zoom later when we wrap things up. The Zoom link off of our off the Northwest Ham Shack feed. Great to have you here. Looking for more EchoLink check-ins. Anyone else on EchoLink?
Net control, please check in. K4NCU. That's Kilo 4 November Charlie Uniform. Mike in Gastonia, North Carolina.
All right, Mike. I know you're a long way out there on the East Coast, but we do things a little different on the West Coast here. This is an Anti-Net. Out there, so you got to look for the Anti-Net controller. That'd be me. Hey, it's great to have you. What's going on with you? And what's keeping you up? Kind of getting late out there, probably about now, huh?
Yes, sir. It is 10:29. Yeah, 10:29 here. I really enjoy your guys' YouTube channel, your club. I wish we had clubs here that were just like your clubs. Unfortunately, that's not the case. Our clubs here can't get along. But I really enjoy watching you guys. Been watching you guys for a long time now, and it's been a while since I've checked in. Just and having to go to bed early, so I was up and I seen you guys and I wanted to check in. So with that, I appreciate it. Y'all keep it. And we do appreciate everything. 73K4NCU.
Well, sir, I definitely don't kid around when I said earlier that it doesn't take much to become a member of the 2-meter crew, just to participate. I'd like to officially let you know you are now part of the 2-meter crew. So you are part of this club, or the Anti-Club, or the Anti-Net, whatever we're calling it today. So welcome aboard.
Welcome.
I expect you to be back here on a somewhat regular basis. You and we all got to work. Join in on Facebook on 2MC, and And we're going to be talking about our new web page in a minute where you can check in as well. So I'm going to open it up for a few more check-ins if anyone's out there. Let me first go for digital modes. They need a little extra space. So anybody left on digital modes that want to check in before we get moving?
Kilo 6, Romeo, Quebec Delta, stopping by.
Romeo, Quebec Delta, stopping by. How are you? What's going on in your ham world?
Here in Oregon, we're having a winter storm, lots of snow. Antennas are on on my priority list because of all the snow, weighting them down, and things seem to be better because it started raining this afternoon. So, yep, we're doing okay. Go ahead.
Thank you for checking in, and stay warm up there. Who else we got looking to check in? Looking right now again for anybody who wants to check in. We'll open it up. Can be on RF or digital. Anybody out there for last bit of check-ins?
WYF.
WYF, how are you, sir? How's your ham life treating you?
And bands are dead right at the moment, but it's doing good.
Yeah, we haven't talked to HF in ages on HF night. Find out if anybody's finding any action out there. Thanks for checking in. Who's next to come on in?
One CE.
I had a quiet signal there. Was it NL1?
This is NL1 CE in Auckland, New Zealand.
Welcome from New Zealand. That might be one of our for the. How are you tonight? And what's going on in your ham world?
Oh, good evening, Control and everyone else. It's about 4:30 something or other on a sunny afternoon in Auckland. Temperature is about 23 degrees Charlie. So it's nice here. I feel for you people all in the snow. Luckily I live in an area where we don't have snow. I've been out of amateur radio for about 20 years, and just getting back into it. So I'm just waiting to put up an HF aerial outside, and I decided to get an all-star node to get me on the air. So I'm an absolute beginner to this. So it's all just totally new. The last time I was on the air, I was using Pactor and things like that. So I'm just getting myself familiar with some of these new modes and new experiences. Over.
Well, you sounded fantastic. There's no doubt those all-star nodes are a really good way to go if you want to have nice quality audio and good connections. I know a lot of the guys here are big fans. Might even be our own geek's favorite way to connect, if I'm not mistaken. Thanks for checking in. Really appreciate it. Who else we got out there looking to connect tonight?
This is KN6 Kilo November 6 Tango Bravo Lima.
Hey, Bob in Vacaville. This is Chris in Clayton, N6CMB on the W6DVR repeater. Net. What's going on in your ham world?
Yeah, not much. I'm pretty new to it. I just got this Yaesu HT yesterday, so just getting used to it. And got my license about a month ago, so still figuring it out.
All right, which Yaesu did you go with? Which HT?
The FT3DR. So I think that's the latest and greatest. It's pretty cool so far.
Yeah, I think that's their latest and greatest. That's a heck of a nice radio. You'll have a lot of fun with that. And no reason you shouldn't be using network. Go ContraCostaFusion.network. Yeah, so be sure to play with that fusion mode digital properties you can do with that nice Yaesu radio. Who else is out there looking to check in tonight?
Whiskey, Vermont, thank you.
There, I'm going to go first. I think Chris from Digital Analog Ham might be trying to sneak in, and it's he's like in the middle of a little room. So Chris, if you're out there, 2EOUKH, jump in.
Bit of trouble getting in, I think it was my end, but yeah, thanks for letting me in, and I'll stay up as late as I can. It's only 25 to 4, so it's not like it's too late.
Well, Chris, at some point you just got to stay up all night, right, and just power through. Those make for rough mornings. How are you healing up there? How's that shoulder coming along?
Yeah, it's getting a little bit better every day. You know, you don't notice gradual changes, do you? But more things that, you know, you feel you can do more, which is up. So I'll hand over to you, and you can bring some more check-ins in.
Hey, thanks, Chris. Thanks for checking in. It's always good to have you out here. Okay, so we had a double up. Someone else was trying to get in there, so come on.
That was EMT.
UX0 EMT. Go ahead. What's going on in your ham world?
Not much. Just doing a lot of remodeling at the house, trying to get the station rearranged and set back up. But biggest thing I'm looking forward to is just at the end of February. They said they're not canceling come Hades or Highway. Looking forward to going to a ham fest for the first time in about.
Yeah, remember we used to have we even used to have swap meets where we could, exchange gear. That's like, it feels like centuries ago or ages ago.
Oh yeah, and all these big shows that are canceling, especially up here in the eastern United States, since they've already canceled Dayton Ham Convention and canceled Orlando Ham Cation. So the one coming up at the end of February, and then I think there's one up in the Smoky Mountains about mid-March, and then my club's fest coming up in July. So hopefully I'll get to make those 3 this year, but you never know. I guess it depends on how human malware virus gets between now and then. But I'll let you have it back, Chris, so you can continue on, and good check in here tonight. WX0EMT.
WX0EMT N6CMB, thanks for checking in. Really appreciate it. And thanks for the good news. It's good to hear some good news. We need some of that. Start hearing about things coming back. Get back. All right. I do want to get switched over to our next topic, so I'm going to go for one more quick round of check-ins. Who's out there looking to check in?
N6 MYD, Chris in Vacaville.
How are you over there in Vacaville?
Pretty good, thank you. Just assessing, broken branches and stuff like that from the storm, but not too bad.
All right. Well, I'm glad you made it through all right. Who else out there is looking to check in?
Hi, guys.
Hey, Sandy. Good to hear from you. I thought you were, I knew you were planning on it, and I know we're going to see you. So, what's going on in your ham world? I know Bobby's working on your bug-out box. What else you got cooking?
Gosh, that bug-out box. Wait till you see it, guys. Unbelievable. Yeah, I look forward to playing with that, for sure. You'll just have to
Sandy, I hope we can get it out of your hands for a little while to be able to feature it maybe one night. Show off. So if you'll let it go for a few minutes, I know you've been waiting on it patiently. One last check. Well, we got a proper double going on. See if we can get one station to come forward. Got an N6 station. I didn't catch the last bit, but go ahead. Started with an N6.
Bert and Fairfield.
Maybe, I'm not sure. Getting a bit of a problem with your input, not able to really read you. Someone thought it might be Bert or maybe even Kevin, N6VLF. We'll go one more time, see who's out there, and then we're going to have to move on.
UFR, Bert and Fairfield. Hey, how you guys doing? In the car store, but hopefully I'm in. Just still messing around with the dipole, trying to get that up and ready or whatever, but, you know, the rain caused that to not happen again. All right.
Long-time member N6EFR. Bert, thanks for checking in. Great to have you on here. All right, now I know there's a few people who still want to check in, and I'm sorry to say I'm going to move on. It doesn't mean you don't have a chance to chat. We're going to open up Zoom later, and you're more than welcome with us in Zoom. We'll be doing more check-ins in the near future on the Anti-Net, so you'll have your chance. We may later when we do trivia, so if you missed your chance to check in, all you got to do is come in and answer a trivia question, and you'll have your chance to jump in the air. In the meantime, I wanted to give Aaron, a chance to give us a brief look at the new webpage he's been working on. So let me turn it over to Aaron.
All right, Chris, this is W6AEF, the Tony Hawk of ham radio. That almost slipped by me for a second there. And for those of you listening, Chris said that because every time I'm broadcasting or transmitting, I'm always with my kids at the skate park. I'm not out there skating actually, but it just so happens I'm at the skate park 99% of my afternoons with the kiddos. So I like that. I think that's going to stick, Chris. Thanks. Again, W6AF. Nick, let's get the website up.
Yeah, I've got it up on YouTube. This is KM6DAL.
Perfect. Thanks. All right. So we heard you guys loud and clear on Discord. Where do we go? Do you have a website? How do I get merch? How do I engage with the community? And this is version 1. What we wanted to do is just get a landing page together to kind of outline all the ways to access the 2 Meter Crew, whether it's the Anti-Net and the 15,000 ways to get in and connect with us, or our active community on Discord, which is pretty fun. And we'll post a link to how to get into Discord, but a lot of good conversation there. And then Facebook too. I was told the other day that Facebook is for the older guys now, but very active channel and a lot of good stuff there. So that's the landing page. Let's go to the Anti-Net. Nick, I can't see it on YouTube, but that's all the various ways on that tab to get in. There are a lot of them, and again, it's a way to spread the Anti-Net love. I'm going to let it drop for a second. All right, so the partners page, let's get there. How do we spread the love? And it wasn't for these folks. We're trying to share the love. They help us spread the reach of the 2 Meter Crew. So again, I think it's important that we recognize the logos and the folks behind these. And if you had a chance, go click and go visit their sites and take it for a stroll. And then the last part, the community spotlight. And Nick, I assume you're clicking through for me here. Thought it would be fun. So if you get a random message on Discord from one of the coordinators asking a couple of questions, we thought it was fun to get faces to names behind the voices of the radio. And we are highlighting Mr. BBQ, and we'll have him on sometime to give us some good tips on barbecue. But you click the link and read more about Mike and his family and all the fun stuff he likes to do. But we thought it was a good idea to get a website together and give everybody access to how to connect with the 2-meter crew. This is W6AEF. I'll get it back to you, Mr. Anti-Net Controller.
I'll tell you, it's looking really good. The webpage's got a lot of good information on it, and good links and connections, and definitely kind of clues you in on all of the digital opportunities out there. So, once again, it's 2metercrew.net. Definitely check it out. And if you got any ideas on how to improve it, be sure to join us on Discord. Got our Discord link up right now on YouTube. You can grab it there and join and be part of the conversation that's ongoing in between the anti-net sessions. So feel free to jump in. We've got a section in there now on anti-net topics. So if you want to join in out here on the anti-net, we're definitely looking for good ideas on what to talk about from week to week. All right. If anyone has any more comments on the webpage, I'd like to hear them. But Nick, what do you think about the timing? We're at 7:47 before we move over to Zoom.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'll wait about 10 minutes and then I'll post the link, give you a little bit of time to fire off a few questions, or do you want to do that through Zoom?
Sounds good. Okay, we're going to do some world famous N6CMB trivia. Winner gets the most, and I pretty arbitrarily wins bragging rights for the night. And on the 2-meter crew anti-net here on the W6 BVR, hosted by Northwest Camp Shack on YouTube. So let's start it off. We had what we call extreme weather here in California, what most people in the rest of the United States call Tuesday. Let's go with in which country can we find the highest average annual number of tornadoes? Come one, come all with an answer.
United States of America.
And 6HLK with a correct answer, the United States of America. And Canada is larger in area than the U.S., but it comes in second. Would you believe that England has more tornadoes per square mile, but it comes in third in total number of tornadoes per year? All right. Russia, despite its massive size, is actually not even in the top 10. All right. When sustained winds are immediately expected to be over 40 miles an hour for at least 1 hour in an area, what kind of advisory does the National Weather Service issue?
I would say that's a gale advisory.
I'm going to have to give you extra credit. I'm betting that might be right if you get nautical weather from NOAA or Coast Guard. In this case, for National Weather Service, they call it a high wind warning. High wind warnings are very serious. They warn of destructive winds, which can be strong enough to knock down trees and telephone poles. All right, here we got another one. Let's see. What is the difference between a hurricane and a typhoon?
The southern Pacific area, and a hurricane on the west coast, the east coast actually.
Boy, that's two for the Hulk tonight. Tropical systems beyond tropical storm strength are called hurricanes in the north, as well as in the Pacific Ocean east of the international dateline. Pacific, west of the dateline, they're called typhoons. Location, whether you call it a typhoon or hurricane. Let's see. Libya reported the highest temperature ever recorded. According to their claims, how hot did it get on that day?
125. Whiskey 6 CRP.
Boy, it was hotter than that, believe it or not, Carlos. Anybody else want to go a little higher?
KN60AL 131.
Very close. I think I heard that Death Valley had a day recently, but Libya is claiming 136 degrees Fahrenheit. The World Meteorological Society investigated the claim in detail in 2012, concluding that the temperature had been overstated by between 12 and 13 degrees Fahrenheit. The highest temperature recorded in the USA was 134 degrees in Death Valley, 10th, 1913, and this became the new benchmark of 2012. All right, here's an easy one. What do you call a tornado that's over the water?
XXX. As a matter of fact, I was able to tap into some NAVTEX reports from Point Reyes, and they were talking about warnings of thunderstorms this morning. For water spout, Cat 6BXX.
Good work. All right, I got the last of my weather on to something new. Let's say, on January 23rd, 1971, Prospect Creek, Alaska, got a little bit cold to say the least. This set a record as the lowest temperature ever recorded in the USA. How cold did it get on that day?
10 degrees.
Now, you know it gets colder than that. Right. Not an easy one, probably, figuring out that. Were you jumping in there with something?
K6BIV, minus 40.
I saw you talking, but didn't get your audio. But I'm not hearing anything. We're going to go minus 79.8 degrees was the USA. Minus 79.8 degrees Fahrenheit. The lowest temperature ever recorded in the world, minus 128.6 at Vostok Station, Antarctica, on July 21st, 1983. Don't check in regularly on the Antinet, and don't go on to Coco Fusion. You will be reassigned to Vostok Station, Antarctica.
Thank you. I'll be welcome in.
In what year did the first home computer games appear? I can give you an A, B, C, D if you want on this one. In fact, I'll do that. So give me a second. I'm going to give you an A, B, C, and D. Was it A, 1958, B, 1963, C, 1974, or D, 1980? What year did the first home computer games appear? Who came up with C? I tell you, the HLK has been working on the 3-3 on his trigger finger. He's getting in there quick with the correct answer. Thank you. All you hams should know this. I think this is on the technician exam. How fast is the speed of light? But I'm going to give you kilometers per second.
86 feet per second.
I'm going to take away 46 points for wrong units of measurement. I'm looking for kilometers per second.
That'd be kilometers per second.
I got a little static on the beginning. Go ahead again with that answer.
300 million kilometers per second.
Just about right. 1,000 kilometers per second. You're only off by 1 decimal place. Of course, that makes the lunar for the moon, but like that. Okay. 1928, the Detroit Police Department was proved the practicality of this pioneering advancement, which led throughout the entire country. Was it A, one-way radio communication, B, two-way radio communication, grid tracking? I've got the, I think that was Hulk again calling out for C, grid tracking, is that right? Sure. Jump in on this, 1928, Detroit Police Department, one-way radio comms, two-way radio comms, or grid tracking?
Oh, two-way radio comm.
It's going to be an easy one. A, one-way radio communication was first proven practical by the Detroit Police Department. And knowing Detroit today, they probably use those police radios an awful lot. Let's do that. All right, next up. Who made the first electric light? Guys, right? A, Thomas Edison, B, Humphrey Davy, or C, Joseph Swan? Jumped in with a quick key, but I didn't get an answer. Is it A, Thomas Edison, B, Humphrey Davy, or C, Joseph Swan? Who made the first electric light bulb?
Joseph Swan, and Edison followed up.
I'm going to give you minus 85 points. Hulk, you were on a roll. You gave me two wrong answers. The only right answer was B, Humphrey Davy. Moving on to music. Which famous music group was formerly known as the New Yardbirds?
Yes, there's Triple H, Led Zeppelin.
100 points for Triple H. Led Zeppelin is correct. What was Elvis Presley's first hit in 1956? Presley's first hit in 1956. While Jailhouse Rock's a good guess, it was actually Heartbreak Hotel. Which Pink Floyd album features cover? Which Pink Floyd album features a prism on the cover? Carmichael was first to buzz in. Go ahead.
Maybe I'm right. Dark Side of the Moon? Or, well, let's try that first. Dark Side of the Moon.
Oh, Side of the Moon, and he is correct with two correct answers tonight. Michael has 2 points. Trivia question. What pop singer is known as the Material Girl?
For 1,000, Alex.
With 1,000 points for the Material Girl, Madonna, you are correct. Played 27 different instruments, labeled For You.
Didn't say Prince.
With Prince. D, you are absolutely correct. Prince played 27 different instruments on his debut album. Quite a talent. How many years did the 100 Years' War last?
0.85 K6EVH.
Good guess, but not quite right. Anybody else? How long did the 100 Years' War last? I didn't know this until tonight when I pulled this one up. 116 years. Why didn't they call it the 116-Year War? Anyway, in what year was John F. Kennedy assassinated?
3.
Very good. Who was that so I can give out some points? Well, I'm going to give him another 6.5 points for that question. Okay. Gosh, everybody's talking about this movie right now, Greenland. Greenland was a colony of which country until 1981?
KL5 Delta Kilo, that would be Canada.
5 Kilo. It's not right. Anybody else want to take a swing at that one?
He says Denmark.
He's correct for 426 points. Well done. This will be the last question from the anti-net coordinator. We may open it up to other folks if they've got a few trivia questions we can sneak in. We do got to think about getting over to Zoom, of course. How many days in a week were there in ancient Roman times? How many ancient Romans have?
Beetle said 8 days a week.
Days is correct. Was that Carlos? All right, that was my last question. 8 days a week. I wonder, did they add a weekend day or did they add a work week day? I'm kind of... All right, let me check in with Nick and see what he thinks. What do you want to do, Nick? You want to get everybody over there and talk ham or tinkering around here? I think switch. What do you think?
Yeah, hey Chris, and hey everybody, this is Nick KN60AL. Yeah, I think we got a couple people in the waiting room. I think I'll let them start flowing in, and we'll kick off Zoom for a little bit, see who we got. So if you're out there in YouTube land, check the link, and if you are attached to our Discord, we can post that there as well. And you're welcome into Zoom anytime, and we can shoot the breeze. So I'll pass it back to you, Chris. Thanks everybody for showing up tonight. KN6DAL.
All right, guys. I'll tell you what. Great night. I really appreciate everybody who checked in tonight. This is the best we've had in quite some time. So glad to hear you guys are able to reach out and hit that PTT. You want to join us on Zoom? It's always a lot of fun. All you got to do is go over to YouTube on your computer and find the stream. It's Northwest Ham Shack. And you search for that, and you'll be able to find the link. You just click on it, and you can chat about ham radio on this Wednesday evening. I'm going to close out with a quote. This one, I kind of feel I try to live up to, but maybe don't as much as I should. But I'm working on it. Life should not be a journey to the grave with the intention of arriving safely in a pretty and well-preserved body. Rather, skid and broadside in a cloud of smoke, thoroughly used up, totally worn out, and loudly proclaiming, "Wow, what a ride." That's Hunter S. Thompson. You guys have a great night. Enjoy your ham radio. We'll see you here in a week. And I'll see some of you on the ham Zoom right now over on Northwest Ham Shack. All the best. 7-3s, N6CMB in Clayton. Thank you, W6VVR Repeater.
Here this evening and presenting it this repeater. And enjoy the evening.
Thank you guys for letting me use your airways for a little bit. I'm visiting from Anchorage, Alaska. Clear.
Kilo 6, Eddie Van Halen. Thanks, guys. Enjoy it.
And the two-meter group, thank the Whiskey 6 DVR Club for the use of its repeater, as well as the folks over at the Coco Fusion and all the repeaters on Freestar and all those other locations we may be. The 2-meter group RF version is over. Join us on Zoom, and all these repeaters are returned to their normal usage. KM6 DTH clear.
Getting some good check-ins from all over.
Yeah, there was people everywhere. Is my audio still super hot right now?
No, you sound great.
Okay, perfect.
Perfect.
We had a few issues out there on the listening to the repeater. We had I don't know, it was kind of up and down, and sometimes it went down to almost nothing, and other times it was pretty good. So we're still working on it.
Yeah, I mean on my end, something, and it may be on my end. I'm not 100% sure because I'm watching it and it's staying keyed up. But there will be, it'll cut in and out and cut in and out, and you don't hear it digital. You don't hear it on Contra Costa, but you hear it on. Is it just All Star? Any other input on that?
What I was hearing, I was watching it cut in and out on your screen, but I wasn't hearing it on the VVR. It sounded fine. I didn't hear any troubles.
Oh, okay.
I was hearing the cutout on
YouTube, but not on VVR or.
Okay.
Because I switched. I was wondering if this was because of my internet connection or
that unfortunately
was
makes it my
on
fault.
my side. So I went between different radios. And
There's some part where we're over modulating or pushing it too hard and it's clipping, so like it's just cutting out. So I think there's some adjustments that Nick and I need to make and kind of fine tune that some more. But
yeah, it might have something to do with my Node radio too, because based on what Bobby Lee just said, that sounds like it's not a connection issue. That sounds like it's a me feeding audio issue, and it could easily be my whoever just came in. We're gonna mute you. Welcome, but you can't have YouTube on. Yeah, whatever was happening there, I think that it might be coming from my Node radio, because for all fairness, I'm dealing with a very inexpensive front end Node radio that could be causing the problem. So, but
so Nick, are you hosting a bunch of the modes now, or are we moving this off of like the VVR stuff and the stuff Mike's done for your build out that you've done?
Well, I mean, it's kind of a test and learn sort of thing. We've got the connection down, and there'll be times where Mike can't connect them, and there may be times that I can't. So I'm sure we'll kind of share that responsibility. But it's kind of fun to learn, like I've spent the last just kind of
it's super fun, man.
Yeah, just a super quick backstory on this. Like I've been kind of riding on the belt loops of Mike for the last couple months, just learning about All-Star and all of its interconnectivity capabilities and stuff, and we've slowly worked through the full-on build of two separate nodes that communicate with each other, or two separate computers that host a node platform that communicate with each other. And it's some of it's still way over my head, but I'm starting to wrap my head around some of it, and it's a lot of fun. It's
that's coattails.
Say that again.
You saying you're hanging on this belt loop. You're trying to start something. You're trying to create a thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's
my analogy, Tim. I can use whatever analogy I want.
You're on his coattails. I mean, the thing already exists. You can't rename it and then claim that
when you tell your story, you tell it whatever way you want. I'm telling my story the way I want.
That's just not right.
This is the anti-net, so we don't speak the same as normal people.
I want to know how cold it is in Bobby's shack, man. He looks like he's like
poor guy.
46.
I mean, Mike's belt loops. It's like, what?
I got a heater
Start turning those HTs on, Bobby. That'll warm me right up.
70.2.
Yeah. Start transmitting, dude. Just grab all your HTs, all the buttons you could press.
Oh, look at this. Wow.
It's pretty cold over here, I can assure you.
I got one of those, Bobby. They come in handy, man.
Oh, they work great.
They're so good.
Yeah.
Hey, Chris, UK, how you doing this week? Healing up?
Yeah, it's very slowly healing up, Carlos. Yeah, thank you.
What are you working on, Chris? We haven't heard. You've been quiet. I know you must have something brewing in the background, man. What cool thing are you working on right now?
Well, I've got the R Finder in the B1.
Nice.
DMR £1,000 job.
Sweet.
FM DMR. Programmable buttons on the side, for network radio type thing.
Is it as easy to use as they claim? Is it quirky?
I've got a beta version, so mine it's easy to use, and I have had some quirks, but they've improved with the latest update. So I did put a video up on it, so you can have a look at that. And I thought it was okay. It was good. I'm also looking at the Kenwood TH74, the D-Star, the beautiful D-Star Kenwood radio.
Yeah, I was told today that the 74 has been discontinued because there was a fire at a chip manufacturer that makes some of the IC chips that go into that radio.
That's right.
Oh, cripe. And Motorola just announced
that RF finder
thing.
Go ahead.
I said Motorola just announced a thing that's like the RF finder.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it has LT radio built into it or whatever.
Yeah.
Bobby,
That RF
Bobby's
finder
eyes is lit up.
The RF finder is
Yeah, go ahead,
an
Greg.
Android device, right? It's an Android.
Yeah, it's an
device.
Android device, and it's got an FM radio and a DMR radio on it. And you run, when you're in the RFinder app, it communicates with the module that does the radio, and it's actually a very good radio because it's a super heterodyne. And you press a button, and there's a slight delay where it sends the information to the radio unit, but you can't scan memory channels, and it doesn't have a VFO, so it's not not what you'd expect. So,
and is it Chris as intuitive as it was put out to be? Is in the sense of you want to hook up to a DMR talk group, you can kind of steer yourself there quite easily.
Yes, you don't need a computer or a code plug.
Right, everything is in the radios. That's
yeah. Well, it's a very good question, Bobby. This is the thing, right? You switch the radio on, you run the RFinder app, and it comes up with a list of all. You know what RFinder is, like repeatable. It comes up with a list of all the repeaters. You touch the repeater on the touch screen, and that repeater you can talk on there now. You don't have to. You can save that to a memory channel, but there's one thing you all need to know is there's a $10 a year subscription to RFinder, and of course we don't care about £1, $1 a month. That's nothing. We're not. I wouldn't let that put you off, but just letting you know it's there. If you had the radio for 50 years, it'd be a problem, wouldn't it?
And they're only $1,000.
Yeah. Yeah. So, just pointing out the good and the bad, Bobby.
That D74 Kenwood I heard is pretty bitchin' when you want to do digital. I heard that with an Open Spot 3 was pretty epic. You could.
It is, you're right. And did you know it's got a 0 to 500 meg receiver on it that does sideband as well. So you can listen on HF, you can listen on 10 meters at SSB. And it's got filters for carrier wave, and you can even make a clip of your voice, like saying CQ, and you can play it back rather than actually saying it on a handheld.
Oh, an HT.
Yeah, I'll go and get it. That's the Kenwood.
So, but now you said, Tim, you heard it's discontinued. Is that like a temporary discontinued, or
the person that positioned it didn't know? I don't think.
So maybe they're thinking that maybe there's a new Kenwood coming out past it, like a next model.
Don't know.
I heard.
Chris, you're on the inside there. Have you heard anything about the ICOM ID52?
No, it's definitely not out yet. There's been a few videos of it in Japan where people have got hold of it, before launch. But we waited for years, it seemed like years for the 7300, didn't we? And then there was the 705, delays on that. And now there's the 52. I'm not going to get excited about it for another 6 months. I'm just forgetting all about it because I would like to have it.
Yeah, I'm hoping it has like a speaker in it, because I think the ID51 has a rock in place of where the speaker goes. So I'm hoping this one has an actual
a tin can.
Has anyone got one of these yet?
Oh, 705.
Yeah, beautiful radio. Been waiting for one of them for a long time.
What does that do? 20 watts, Chris?
You got all kinds of
10
toys.
watts. 10 watts.
You got all kinds of little toys.
Yeah,
Here, I saw you post. Would we like to do a spotlight on you? And I think that would be perfect for the web page.
You're welcome. You're welcome to, yeah.
The 2 meter crew, your background, especially your channel, and what you're doing. I think that'd be a fabulous idea to add that.
Well, if anyone would be interested, yeah, you're welcome. Yeah.
Definitely, yes.
I'll take that one, Carlos.
And then 6H, Tom, I think you're a relatively new face for us out here. Maybe I just missed you in the past. Welcome.
Hi, good evening. Yeah, I've been kind of lurking in the background listening to your Coco Fusion. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, you sound good.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. Yeah, and I've actually worked with Tim before on the DMR stuff when K6MDD was a DMR repeater.
Oh,
Learned
cool.
a lot about DMR from Tim.
I mean, somebody's got to keep Tim in line.
Absolutely.
And you have like embarrassing stories that you can share about past times with Tim? We need some of those.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, you
maybe
do.
later.
Maybe later.
I have to negotiate with Tim first.
That's right. You have to outbid me.
Yeah.
See what your silence is worth, huh?
That's right.
Yeah, but I have an FT70D for my Fusion device, and I'm thinking about getting an FTM 300. I hear you guys talk about it on the repeaters and stuff.
Yeah,
so.
nice, actually, very nice radio.
Yeah.
But just don't get the round speaker, because apparently the round speaker doesn't work with the 300, which is about the dumbest thing I've ever heard. But
well, I heard you guys talk about that, so I looked it up, and actually the 300 has a mono plug in it, which is 2 pins, and the 400 has a stereo plug, so you can actually access both speakers. So, yeah, if you plug in the wrong pins, it's not going to work. So,
Well, Bobby, didn't we have to plug in when we did the setup in my rig? There was an adapter we put in before we hooked in the external speaker, right?
Yeah, that's because the 400 comes with the stereo input jack. And, you know, if you don't plug, I mean, most up until now with Yaesu coming out with these, you know, more advanced speakers, it's always been a mono plug, you know, and so they knew that everybody was going to be using more than likely, unless they bought Yaesu's new speaker, that they were going to have to use the adapter that came with the FTM 400, and you'd have to plug that adapter in and then use a speaker. And the funniest thing is, I ran that damn radio for 7-8 freaking months. This thing's a piece of crap. The other side doesn't work. I can't hear the audio out of it, you know. And then one day, you know, when End Off is my new friend, I'm all, hey, by the way, you know, my 400 hasn't worked since the day I've had it. You know, I'm almost a year into this shit. And he goes, did you use the adapter that it came with it? And I'm like, adapter? You mean the one that the manual said? That... Yeah, I put that on the shelf with a bunch of...
You didn't read the manual? Come on.
What the hell is this for? Don't need that. 7-8 months before I got audio out of the A and B band in one speaker. It kicked me in the pants.
Yeah, you forced it to do a firmware update to supposedly enable that feature.
And it probably worked, right?
Yeah. All you had to do was use the adapter. It's going to save some programmer a whole lot of work.
Right?
Well, I think it's really weird.
Mike Webb has just had a background update. Look. That's the picture I put in the chat if anyone was looking.
Which one? Oh, behind you.
The background behind me, I put the file in the chat, you know, so Mike Webb's my background now.
Which one's the real digital analog ham now?
Is that just a picture behind you, or is that actually your background?
Just a photo. It's just. I'll show you. It's I'll kill my lights.
It's so funny.
Yeah, it's a green screen. It's a green screen. Let me just move it. Look.
Oh my God!
Wait, you mean all those radios in that computer are not there?
Oh, that's just disappointing. That's not right.
Oh, come on. This is what Bert's usually showing up on the space shuttle. Come on, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to catch up with you jerks, and I'm sitting here running and putting radios up on my damn shelf to try to look cool, you know, and I'm like, hey, God damn it, every time I look, these guys got a new radio. I got to go grab another radio. You guys suck in your modern technology.
My God, Bobby, you got the shit over there, dude. Ooh.
Hey,
Pardon
Bobby,
my French.
you need to go buy
but,
another radio.
You got a whole bunch of stuff, dude.
I thought
totally
I can put my radios back on their shelf now, for Christ's sakes.
Someone knocking on the door, I think.
Jason.
That's FAK.
There he is.
What's happening?
Jason. It's cold in his shack too. Look at that.
Cold everywhere.
What's up, Jace?
Not much, man. Just running around. I just was listening to your trials and tribulations with your FTM 400, and I was just recently reading about that, and the speaker they recommend. It's very important to use this, and you can't even stick a standard stereo in there either. So it's very weird how they configured that, but you can run it for two different speakers, left and right, or bottom top VFO.
They're doing like Apple. Every plug-in or cord is going to be a proprietary fitting.
Yeah.
You have to buy their adapters.
And I just by luck ended up buying the round speaker, which is perfect. I had no idea that there was any different other than the shape.
Now, is the 100, Tim, the same shape as the 200?
Oh, the 200 is round.
And the MLS 100 is not?
It's kind of square.
Oh, it is. Is that the one that you got, Chris?
No, I'm just using like an MFJ junker. That I have
I remember somebody getting a Yaesu speaker.
But with the adapter in and the MFJ junker plugged in, I've got both channels coming out.
So buy this puppy, and you can separate. You can buy two speakers, or use whatever speakers you got. Plug this in your radio, and then split it this way into two different speakers.
Hey, Bobby. Bobby,
by the
look,
200 speaker.
and Chris are transmitting from the same location. They're sharing a background there.
I'm thinking about moving to the UK.
What in God's name?
Mike, we all share. Mike, Chris, and I share the same decorator.
Keep it up with the Joneses.
That's freaking funny, man.
Bobby,
what are you talking about? I look. I'm like, what the?
Jason, what are you doing showing up so late? You missed all the good fun tonight on the air. We, had trivia and everything.
I was listening. I was hanging out with Joe.
Did you see that he tried to get he was counting on a pardon, like a presidential pardon,
busy with the Tigers,
and he reserved like this giant truck limo in hopes of getting it.
Mike has got it.
And
fuck you guys.
You donate to his
Holy
GoFundMe.
shit. All right, Aaron, you guys are
some
killing
cash down on that.
I can't handle this. I'm leaving. I'm not getting. No, look at Nick.
Look, if you notice,
We're going to get kicked out of the club. And we have to start the garage club.
On my one, I've got to move in. You see, mine is actually a video. That's what fooled you. There's actually things. That is a clock there that I built, and that's moving. You can see the seconds going round. So that's the convincer. That don't feel bad that you fell for it.
And somehow all those HTs are on with their backlights illuminated.
Yes, that was a job to get them all on.
That was probably the hardest part.
Did you just set them all to the same frequency?
I ran and I turned all mine on.
That's where all the feedback comes from, Bobby. It's Bobby.
He calls it digital analog ham. He's a digital guy. I'm the analog guy.
Hey, Chris, did you set them all to the same frequency and just key up and then take a picture, or what?
Well, I set them all up. I got them all switched on. I got them all charged. I got them all lined up. I got the Icon 705 behind my head. That's in the background. And I filmed it all, but I was a bit annoyed because it's not very level. I'm glad no one's mentioned it yet. So I'm going to have to reshoot it because what you're looking at, I'm actually looking at that in front of me. That shelf and all the computers, that's the computer I'm on at the moment. So I'm actually sitting facing the other way. It's just a way to give a nice background.
You don't know how hard it is for me not to mention it, Chris. I do a lot of architectural photography. And when verticals aren't vertical in photos, I kind of lose my mind. I get triggered. And your camera was tilted.
Triggered.
So driving me bonkers.
Yeah, well, I'm going to have to refilm it. That'd be a whole day setting that pod up.
Next week, that'll be everybody's background.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
It'll be the new club logo.
So here's I think there's a pole dancer or something right there. Yeah.
Got wires X, and then we got wires triple X.
I want to do
And
an anti-net.
I ran backgrounds for
the worst
months as I
shacks,
started doing
what the
Zoom
worst
because my
shack
office
setups
was a
are.
mess. It forced me to clean up my office. So
What is it? Is it an app or something?
no, it's part of Zoom.
Oh.
If you go into preferences in Zoom, you can put backgrounds and filters, and of course the filters. You could do this or this or whatever. I mean, it's.
Look, here's another angle. Look, this is my room. I've changed to a different camera. This is a wide angle camera, and I've got a pop-up green screen.
Oh yeah, there's
screen. This is a wide angle camera, and in Zoom, and I'll just change it back to the other one. This is a Logitech 920. But Bobby Lee, I saw you going to ask me something there. All it is, I've got a green screen behind me, and in the on all these camera programs nowadays, Zoom, you can exchange the green for a photo or a video. So I'm playing a background, a video in the background.
Okay, that's cool.
And Jason's looks very good at the bottom because it's very difficult to set up and get the lighting right. That's the key thing, isn't it, Jason?
A lot of lights in here.
Hey, Justin, you do know that one of your kids stole your green screen, right?
Yeah, that's the problem with it being cold. I don't want to burn down the green screen. So with the heater and the chroma key, yeah, not gonna.
That's good. We don't want to be like, Justin, behind you.
Fire!
Yeah.
How are you?
You lost Sandy there.
So actually, looking at the THD74A, there was a lot of rumor around December of it being discontinued. So I cannot find anything that is from Kenwood specifically, but a lot of rumor. So
that this coming December or last December?
This last December, it was so the last models rolled off December 2020.
Yeah, I think what happened was the manufacturer of those chips, some of the chips got destroyed, one of the plants, so they can't make anymore.
Yeah. Which means the ones we have are going to be worth a fortune. I'll sell mine right now, $1 million.
But they've gone up
$100.
No, you won't.
They've gone up $100.
No, I really will.
You would list
I'd sell it tonight for $1 million.
Nobody would pay that.
Well, I'm just saying is I would sell it for $1 million.
Nobody likes D-Star that much.
Well, you could afford to do it half
I'm gonna
price,
roll out
but
too,
you
man.
wouldn't, right?
I gotta roll.
Have a good night, Greg. 7-3.
Yeah, see ya.
Hey, Michael, can you hear me?
You talking to me?
Yeah. Hey, talking to me. Hey, hey, thanks for coming on. I hear you. I listen a lot on 533, and I heard you this morning. I was going to get coffee, and Jason chimed in, and I was trying. You were. I think it was this morning. You were going to work, and you called up.
I was going off the Winco Orange. I was off today, doing my honeydews today. But yeah, it was kind of a week on Madison Avenue. If you're familiar with that area.
Maybe it was yesterday, and I was like, God, I hear Michael all the time. I wanted to come out and introduce myself, and I was on my FTM 400, and I'm like, I'm not getting through, and then I didn't have the right PL code. Anyway, it's nice to meet. I was wanting to respond to your call out on 3.3. I was like, I hear him all the time. I'm gonna go say hi, and I'm just pushing the push to talk, and there was nothing, and I'm like, Gah. So anyway,
well, welcome aboard here. Yeah. And I got to get to bed here myself soon. I'll to bed early down to the sand walking. Hopefully the Road to Los Banos at the end won't be too flooded. We'll see what happens. But it's all right. But great to see all you guys here. Great to see Bobby Lee there. I'm glad you're okay, Bobby Lee.
Good to see you, brother.
I'll have to give you a phone call sometime, see how you're doing, you and your mama. So great to meet you guys. Great to see you there, meet you, Aaron. Yeah, you hear me, and I'll be up around 4 in the morning to see if the donkey's awake. I'll see if give him the morning call. Hey, donkey, you're out there. He's up and I'm up, so we'll see. All right, guys, you guys take care. And Bobby, as the old saying is, make the most of it, enjoy the rest of it. You take care, Bobby Lee.
Thank you, brother. You
Okay,
too.
Sun 3s, everybody. Good night.
Cheers.
Good night. Peace.
Hey, Chris, Digital Analog Ham, so is your background right now just a screen share?
No, dude, he's in a rocket.
Are you coming over, Chris? Come on over.
Yeah,
the borders are wide open.
You're close.
Well, let me just line it up. We're just going up. Hold on. No, this is a video. This is a video playing another video. When I go live on YouTube, I use this like a timer, 5-minute timer counting down, and it lets people build up. And then when you go live, there's not like one person waiting. There's been a countdown and people are chatting. And it's cool. Yeah, it's just a video. It's just having fun with videos in the background. I mean, I can show you some bad ones. Look, that's me on a bike. Look,
I see that one.
Oh, that was perfect.
Oh my God!
All right, where's the video of you falling?
Yeah. You won't. I mean, that's not real at the moment. Obviously, with me sling.
Jace, didn't we get a picture of you eating it when you were camping? And didn't you like face plant? And then you were like, but I didn't spill my beer or something.
Yeah, you could get the next best thing and just go rewatch that portion.
Yeah. I'll delete it for the right price.
I don't care.
I'm just kidding.
I'm good to go.
I gotta say though, the dedication, Chris, when I had a kind of a little bit of a chuckle at your expense when you're in the hospital and you're live streaming from your phone and you're like telling everybody that you fell and you're being quiet and you're whispering so that people don't notice. I mean, your first instinct, you're like, I'm getting online.
I had to pull that video because I got told off for not wearing my mask.
Oh, whatever.
I couldn't move I would have put it back on, but I've just broke my blooming shoulder.
And people were giving you a hard time for not wearing your mask?
Well, it fell off and I couldn't put it back on, but my arm was broke.
Yeah, whatever. I think that's funny.
Chris,
I'd keep it on there.
How many videos do you have up now, do you think?
About 300.
So, do you review a lot of the comments? People can be quite unkind in the comments, can't they?
Oh, yeah, I look at every single comment and I answer every single one as well.
What about the rude ones?
What about what, sorry?
The rude ones. You must get some pretty... I know, Jason, you've had some, right? Telling you what an idiot you are.
Yeah, you do get
Yeah.
You get thick-skinned after a while.
Everybody's got something to say, don't they?
Well, that's why a lot of times I bring other people in, so they get it wrong. And I'm just like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
Nick doesn't have that problem because he's so lovable. But
yeah, I just smile. I mean, you can be mad at me all you want. At the end of the day, I don't care. So.
Yeah.
Little time check, 8:30. I don't know how long you were planning on running tonight, Nick.
Well, I think what I'll do is we can say adios to YouTube and then we can say our goodbyes here. So yeah, we got a good hour and a half run. That was an awesome net tonight. We had a lot of really good I was like holding on by the seat of my pants when you were asking the trivia questions. They were good ones tonight. I like that. But yeah, let's say adios.
We'll do it again sometime down the road.
Yeah, we should do that a couple times a year and just kind of keep it fresh, or maybe we could all get together and pass them off or whatever. You don't have to do all the footwork, but much appreciated. That was super
I had fun.
cool.
It was good.
But
Before you all hang it up, I did hear something interesting today on the news. I just, being a comms guy, and they're talking about all the rioting and all this shit, and one of the guys mentioned, he goes, DOJ is going dark. They've shut down all communications and they're going encrypted. And I'm like, holy crap! He just threw that right over the air, and that was one of the biggest news things. Is Chris and I have been freaking out, waiting for our scanners to go dead, and it was interesting just to hear that guy kind of blurp that out as on the news when he was talking about all this crap that's going on, politically, and when he threw that out about DOJ going dark and encrypting, all the police and everything. That's all the way across the United States. It's just so expensive. It's not exactly happening the way that they anticipated. It was supposed to be shut off January 1st.
Right.
But
Parks is still transmitting.
Yep. They bit off way more than they could chew, and I bet you it has everything right now to do with COVID, its impact, the financial. They're looking at what they're budgeting right now, going,